Greetings and welcome to Smartwatch Ticks. We're a YouTube channel on the web at smartwatchticks.com. ZEBLAZE? Yes, we've reviewed so much stuff from ZEBLAZE. We've got the whole Thor line, most recently the Thor 5 Pro. We got the Vibe line. Oh my goodness, I don't know how many vibes we vibrated with. And then we've got the hybrid line. And now, folks, the Crystal line adds Crystal 3. What's so cool about this one is the price. Before I even open the box, I want to whet your appetite and then disappoint you. All in one. Here is the ZEBLAZE official store listing for the new ZEBLAZE Crystal 3, $15. Except that was the Black Friday. Ooh, I don't think I'm going to be able to get you that price anymore, but it's going to be probably around $20, I hope. Check the show notes for the discount link if you want to buy it directly from the ZEBLAZE AliExpress store, or head on over to Banggood, which at this current moment, near Black Friday, but slightly after it, has a $17.99 price. Again, check the show notes. See which one you'd like to buy from. They both are supporting us on this amazing Crystal 3 basic watch. I mean, for $15, what do you want, you know? But it's a really nice watch. It's gonna handle all the basic sports stuff for you, and heart rate and those kind of things. It's claiming IP67 waterproof. I love this. It tethers to Happy Sports. We've never seen that app, so we'll take a look at that. All of these different things are supported here, okay? Which is really basic stuff. You get notifications on the screen, so you'll be able to read your messages, and of course, all the other kind of push stuff that you get. A 1.3-inch IPS 240 by 240 screen. We'll be taking a look at that. You get about 7 days of use time. Standby about 15 days. Basic USB charging, and you just pull off the bands to do it. I mean, it's a wonderful starter watch. Well, let's take a look and you'll see. We have opened the plastic so we can get into the very tight box and see what the packaging looks like. Wow. Okay. There we go. Wow. All right. That's different. I wonder if they packaged it upside down. No, I think they've got a cover on it. Here's the module, and here's the band. And wow. Wow, okay, it's really in there. I would have put a watch face or something on there. It's saying long press, so I guess they really want you to know how to turn it on. Maybe they've gotten some returns from folks that thought it was dead. All right, we're going to peel that little cover off and reveal a black screen, a nice module. It's totally plastic. Plastic cover, plastic size. It's $15 to $20. There's the USB charging, which we'll do before we turn it on. Heart rate diodes, and that's it for the module. The bands, you think they're removable, huh? Ya think? I love to say that. Ya think? Duh. What's that song where the girl goes, duh? I just don't get it. Anyway, here's the bands, and we can put those on. And inside is the book with the manual, which we'll page through to show you how you charge it, what you download. There's the QR code if you'd prefer to just use that right here on the YouTube screen. It should work when you point your camera at it or your phone. Or you can use our show note link. We always put the tethering links there. And some nice color pictures explaining how to do things. There's the remind function. Here's some of the icons you see on the screen. Watch faces, step count is in it. It's not going to do like rocket science, but it's going to do basic algebra. How's that? Yeah, it's a starter watch, and that's it. Then you get into other languages. Well, as we always do, we're going to charge it up and turn it on for you. Here we are, all charged up. I put the bands on it. We'll show you a little bit more about that in a moment. I press the button. I wait. It says hello, vibrated a little bit, and boom, I'm up into my first time. Now, let's walk through it, see what we've got. We got information. It times out on us. Looks like step count, calories burned, and it's got battery percentage on this one. I love that. It's really nice to know how you're doing on your battery. Got the date and time, which are all wrong because it hasn't been tethered yet. Here's your step count information, calories burned, and distance traveled. Great big icons, tiny little buttons. Numbers. I don't like that part. I really like it when you have great big digits, white against a black background, easy to see. But again, it's a $20 or less watch, so we're getting what we get. We do have the time on these displays, though. It tells you it's beats per minute. It shows you the icon vibrating, and it's coming up with 74, 73, reasonable heart rate for me, 76. So it's getting a few different beats and averaging them, I guess, and giving you idea of where you stand on your heart rate. Timed out, and it turned off. So we're going to go ahead and switch to the next one. Press and hold takes me out of that mode and into blood pressure. And this looks like 2 digits dash 3 digits. I don't know if they have it backwards. Sometimes they do the diastolic before the systolic, and they're kind of weird, but they're usually pretty easy to figure out which one's the high and which one's the low. Okay, it's doing that. It's telling us millimeters of mercury. Again, it's got the time in the display. Yep, it's 76, 122. So it should be 122 over 76. So 122 is reasonable, though 76 is kind of low. Not too sure about that. Press and hold. That takes us out of the mode. Press, hold, starts it. Sorry, press and hold takes us out of it. Tap takes us then to blood oxygen. Press and hold on that one. And now it tells us that it's HbO2, which really is blood oxygen percentage, and should be in the range of 95 to 100% typically. And it's coming up 98, 97, 99, bouncing all around that. So the numbers are reasonable, but whether they're valid and accurate, that's something you'd have to check on your own. Okay, then this is last night's sleep time information. Here's the messages that would push to your phone. It would tell you how many there are down there, pushed from your phone here. You can find your phone when you're tethered. You have a music player. It says it's not tethered right now, but if you had this, you could control the music on your phone. You could take a remote photograph. This is makes it work like a button on here. And again, you'd need to be tethered for that. And it's going to display weather for you too, as pushed to you from your phone once you're tethered. You've got a timer on it. And then you've got overall settings, which when you go into here, about a brightness setting. Okay, and this is in the setting mode now. There's the lowest level. You can practically see it, hardly see it. A little bit brighter, brighter, brighter. And the brightest level, which is what we had it on, is still relatively dim. It's okay for indoors. It's going to be washed out outdoors, folks. It really is. Recovery is like a reset thing. And then we're back to settings. And then there's your shutdown button and your version information for the watch, and back to the time screen. You press and hold here, and we can rotate through some different time screens. Again, battery is shown up here. ZEBLAZE, their logo right there. Oh, I don't want to go through everything. I wanted to change the picture. There we go. Let's look at the other watch faces since we have it here. A round one. And this is like an apple kind. That's the one they usually show on the pictures. And come back to me. Press and hold. And we're back to the one that I have it set on that's easy to read with just a glance. And it should have the twist wrist to show the time. Yep, it does. And I imagine that's controllable from the app, which we're going to take a look at right now. The app for this one is called Happy Sports. I'm going to open it. Wow, okay. It goes in immediately to the legal stuff. They usually don't show you all this, so this is kind of nice. I'm just going to scroll through it, so if you guys want to freeze frame and read it at your leisure, you can. It's all about joy, huh? What rights they have, what right restrictions there are. Okay. This is getting more and more common now that there's so many laws in the European area, the US, and others as to how they're going to use your data. And we are a global society. Even though these are coming out of China, they're still needing to adhere, I presume, to the global laws if they're going to market globally. So we have these policy rules. Makes these reviews longer, but there's no place else you get this kind of stuff. Believe me, I've looked, watched different reviews, and by the time I've seen 5 of them, I know the same thing over and over again, but nothing more detailed than that. So if you're willing to put up with the length of the videos here, you'll get a whole lot more depth of information. So I got to agree to all of that. Obviously, the disagree button's not going to work for me. There we go. Okay, allow it to make calls, photo and media storage, device's location, play pictures and video, and access to the contacts. So all that stuff is needed for this thing to function. And I got to turn Happy Sports on and take a nickname, SWT, Smartwatch Ticks, done. And go to next. Set your birthday. Let's just pick a day. We'll just use today from 1963. We're going to go female. We're going to go female. What is your height? Okay, it's in centimeters and weight is in kilograms. So you got to figure that all out. And enable it to read notifications. And it's already turned on for that. Hit the back button, and we're home. Okay, now we got to do the tethering, right? So this is all this basic information. Let's see, probably up here. There's my account, settings, version, about. That's all about us. GPS. Please bind the device first. I'd love to. Where do you bind? Okay. Sleep. No sport data. No other pages to go to. Well, okay. We got to bind you. Oh, device. Click to bind the device. This is why a lot of times folks prefer I do this ahead of time and just jump right in. But today we're drawing it out. I don't know why, because it's such an expensive device, I guess. We want to look at every aspect of it. Okay, it says it's connecting the bracelet. Should have been in here when we get over to the information on it. Settings. There we go. Please click on the bracelet. Bluetooth, blah, blah, blah. Searching. Okay, bracelet's on. And here we go. I got so many things tethered that I probably need to go outside and do this all alone, so I'll be back once it's tethered. Here's what I did. I did a factory restore on this one. Then I went into About, and I brought up that page, and I left it sitting there. And I turned Bluetooth off and on here and completely shut down the app and restarted it, and finally they connected. So those are the games you got to play with these watches. Try to strip them down to their bare nothing and start over from scratch until you can literally get them to connect. Once you have, now we're there. Now I've got time styles that I can go in here, and it's showing you the variety of watch faces that we showed you on the screen that we could pick. And it's using that one right now. If I click that one, I can go back over there, or I can jump over here. Quick and easy like that. That's the one I was using, so I'll stick with that one. You have display settings. Now, these are all the different things that you can have it show. So if you're interested in just your pedometer step count, but don't care about mileage, calories, and so forth, you can turn those off, these off, your overall sport mode. Quite a bit of stuff. Pretty sophisticated app, honestly, for a tiny little inexpensive band like this. So you can do all of those things, and then you can, of course, twist your wrist to see the time, set up sedentary reminders, water drinking, all-day heart rate test. When you turn that on, heart rate detection interval as low as every 10 minutes on a $20 watch. Very impressive. And when you read the literature on it, it says it's using the advanced heart rate sensor in this now, which is starting to become a standard. You can set your step goal. I usually go for 8,000, and then I'm really happy if I can do 10. Your do not disturb time frame, so it's not going to light up during the night if you want to turn that on. All these little subtle things are great. Look, Shenzhen weather's automatically set. I'm going to go in Imperial and 12-hour time. It's morning, so you can't tell that it's 10 a.m. or 10 p.m., but we should be able to go over and see if we've got Shenzhen weather, right? Come on, come on, come on. No, hasn't updated the weather. Well, we might need to do some sort of an update to it. Firmware version and the UE Bluetooth factory restore and then unbind again. So that's all the setup stuff. And then here's the different things that you'll get when you actually use the device a little bit. There, I got a little bit of data on here for you, some steps that you can see and how they're totaling all of that stuff up for today. Then we've got all of the settings there, and I'm down to 80% on the power, which is nice. It shows that. You can set alarms, heart rate. Here's my heart rate taken over these times here, and I can hit measure heart rate. It says checking. This vibrated but didn't light up. And in a moment, it's going to come back with a new heart rate, 1503, 1504. Give it a second. Well, we can go away and come back because I think it'll do it in the background. Oh, there it is, 1505, 81. And so you see it's producing a chart of all of these connected together. Sleep time, I don't have any data to show you, but that would go here on the app. And then blood pressure right here. It's showing you high and low on the chart there and showing you the numbers over time. And again, now I can hit that. It says checking, vibrated. And as usual, it's going to take it a little while because it's got to, get the signal and get that all figured out. So while we do that, we'll come back over here, show you we have blood oxygen. Going to wait until blood pressure is done so it doesn't mix the two up. And here we go, 50456. I think that's the most recent one. They're running roughly the same level. My diastolic looks a little low, but I'll have to measure it with a cuff or something to verify it. And then, of course, blood oxygen, pretty much straight across the board because it's almost 100%. It'd be better if the chart were between like 80 and 100, so you'd see more variability. I can detect blood oxygen as well, and it'll take that reading right there. And that's a quick one. Okay. From here, then, that's the only thing you have on this page. I can come in here and see my sports section. I can go into the calendar and look at previous days that I've recorded events on here. And I can go into, that's it, okay, for the sports. And GPS, you can set up and do your own GPS run from the app, and it'll calculate all of this stuff for you as well. So it's a good app. Looks like it's going to take care of everything. It's an okay band. It's totally plastic. You want to be careful. I mentioned I wanted to talk about the bands. This is that unusual kind. Some people love them, some people hate them, but you wrap it around, you lay it down flat, the pin sticks up, and then you press into the appropriate hole. I have to get underneath and press it like that, and then you slide in through here. It's a relatively cheap band. It's nothing really, really fancy, but it gets the job done. So it's inexpensive components putting the whole thing together, but it's got some pretty sophisticated capabilities to it. It's a little on the dim side. That's full brightness, so not really supported well outside. But if you want a starter watch, something to just test this stuff out and see if you'll use it, or if you've got a kid that would like to play along with daddy or mommy in the fitness realm, for about $15 to $20, you can't go wrong. And you've got an app that's going to sync with it, and you even get to see weather on it too that you can set up for any city anywhere in the world. AliExpress ZEBLAZE store has it. You can buy directly from them using the show note down below. If the price is higher than that, don't be a lot upset. This is the lowest price you ever get is on Black Friday every year. And that's when I printed this out, folks. So, yeah, it may be up to $20. And same thing with Banggood. The prices could be a little bit larger, but again, check to see if we have a discount coupon for you to pick it up. You've been watching Smartwatch Ticks, and we appreciate your subscription and being here with us. And we'll see you again soon. Thanks for watching.